12 things Hollywood gets wrong about other countries. 1. Brazil. In movies, Brazil is filled with lush vegetation. The Amazon rainforest is a car ride away from Rio de Janeiro. In reality, they are on the opposite ends of the country. Also, filmmakers seem to think carnival happens year-round. 2. Great Britain. Movie Britain has no middle class. All characters speak with a posh accent, or they have a brash Cockney accent. They all can afford a house in the center of London. British characters usually drink tea from bone china cups. They eat only crumpets and wear bowler hats and suits. 3. Italy. Italy is often portrayed as Roman ruins or the countryside, but the majority of Italians really live in big cities. Italian characters often have a Sicilian accent. Sicily is just one of the 20 regions in Italy. Each of them has its own dialect or even language. A mandolin was popular in the south of Italy. Playing it in a scene in Venice or Milan is a mistake. Also, not all Italians are dark-haired and dark-skinned. 4. Ireland. Every Irish character has red hair. They are distinguished as Irish only by an accent. Everyone in the movie Ireland is an alcoholic. Streets are made of cobblestone instead of asphalt. 5. India. India is often portrayed as poor and not well kept. Even cities like Mumbai and Bangalore are shown as poor. India in movies is a cultural monolith. India actually has 29 different states. They have their own culture, language, and climate. Not all Indians are vegetarians, only specific clans and castes. 6. Australia. Melbourne, Sydney, and the Outback seem close to one another. Towns outside Sydney resemble the Wild West. In reality, Australian towns have sealed roads and shopping malls. Australians in movies are all blonde and white, but Australia has a large non-white population, and its territory isn't all just desert. 7. Canada. Canadian characters are kind and eager to help, even if you do not need assistance. Canadians are really very polite. However, for most of them, it's just an act. Not all Canadians talk with a thick accent. It's common only in the western parts of the country. 8. Switzerland. Switzerland is always the evil rich guy's location. They always have secret meetings somewhere in the Alps. Characters go there by private plane directly, or they ride expensive cars on empty alpine roads. 9. France. French characters often wear a beret. If you see real people wearing them in France, they are tourists. In movies, you can always see the Eiffel Tower. It doesn't matter where the scene takes place. 10. Spain. Spain is often displayed full of vineyards and villages, or it's portrayed almost like a third world country. Some elements remind more of Latin America than Spain. For example, Spanish characters are often good Latin dancers, or they speak Spanish with a Latin American accent. 11. Egypt. Egypt in movies is presented as a desert. Northern Egypt actually has wide valleys near the Nile. They are completely covered with farms. 12. Nigeria. The natives in films speak Nigerian, but it isn't a real language.